Welcome back to our next video. A very happy Independence Day to one and all watching this video. And today we are going to cover a very important topic, that is heredity and evolution. Within one class or within this very short period of time, we are going to cover the whole topic of heredity and evolution. Now let us begin this topic without wasting any time. In heredity and evolution, we can divide certain things into terms as well as some concepts which are involved in this chapter. Let us begin. In the first, we have to look for heredity. In this, we have some important terms which are as follows. The genetics. What is genetics here is? Genetics is a branch of biology which deals with the transmission of character from one generation to the next generation. The study of genes, the study of chromosomes, the study of the genetic build which is transferred from one generation to the another generation, forming the same character and forming the same transmission of same characters from one generation to the next generation. Next is mutation. Mutation is a slow and gradual change which takes place in the genes because of the change in the environmental conditions. Environmental conditions में changes और उनके जब एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशंस में चेंज होंगे तो जीन्स के अंदर म्यूटेशन होंगे. स्लो एंड वेरी common changes which occur, which result in new characters as well as sometimes new species also with the help of mutation. But mutation generally is harmful because mutation takes place with the help of environmental conditions, and if the environmental conditions are not suitable, then there will be a change in the genes which result in mutation. This should be very clear to you. Mutation and genetics are very contrasting to each other. Genetics is a branch of biology which deals with the transmission of character, but mutation talks about the changes which are occurring from one generation to the next generation. This should be in consideration. Next is genes. Genes are the units which are transferring the character from one generation to the next generation. Next is chromosomes. The chromosomes are you have already known that the chromosomes are the part of the DNA which transmits the character from one generation to the next generation. It is part of DNA. Now DNA again a deoxyribonucleic acid. It is the it is present in the nucleus which is responsible for transmission of character. Heredity and variation. Heredity is the transmission of the genuine character, or the existing character from one organism to the other organism. But variation is what it is change which is occurring from one generation to the next generation. Next is inherited trait and acquired trait. Inherited traits are those traits which are transmitted from one generation to the next generation, like 2 legs, 2 hands, 2 eyes. These are inherited traits. But the acquired trait, the traits which are acquired during the lifetime of the organism. Say suppose an organism learns to swim, but it is not an aquatic organism. It learns to swim. It is acquired trait. It can be transmitted. It cannot be transmitted. Transmission कब होगा? When there will be change in the genes. There will be change in the gene which result in the transmission of acquired trait into inherited trait. Next is Mendel's experiment. Within this heredity topic comes a Mendel's experiment. Mendel was the first scientist. Gregor Mendel, John Gregor G.J. Mendel. He is the father of genetics. इन्होंने क्या किया? लॉ दिए, कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट किए पाइसम सटाइवम पे, टेकिंग डोमिनेंट एंड रिसेसिव ट्रेट्स ऑफ द पाइसम सटाइवम. ही परफॉर्म एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. मोनोहाइब्रिड एंड डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस उन्होंने एक्सपेरिमेंट किया. उन्होंने दो अपने रिजल्ट को दो डिवाइड कर दिया, मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस एंड डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस. ही ऑब्टेन सर्टेन रेशियो, और उसी रेशियो से उन्होंने बताया कि द जीन्स विच आर ट्रांसमिटेड, द कैरेक्टर्स विच आर ट्रांसमिटेड इन सम रेशियो. If that is dominant trait, it will be more in number. If recessive trait, it will be less in number. And but the characters which are transmitted are of some ratio. कोई ratio में है, उनकी ratio disturb नहीं की जा सकती. It shows with some ratio. Next is the dominant and recessive traits are alleles. उनको alleles भी कहते हैं और characters भी कहते हैं. Alleles मतलब जो character which is transmitted from one generation to the next generation एंड दीज आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ट्रेड्स भी इनको कहते हैं। डोमिनेंट एंड रेसेसिव ट्रेड की बात करें, डोमिनेंट ट्रेड्स आर दोज ट्रेड्स विच इज ट्रांसमिटेड फ्रॉम वन जनरेशन टू अनदर जनरेशन एंड इट विल determine that it is expressed in the next generation. Example, curly hairs are present in the parents and these are transmitted to the new offspring. This becomes a dominant trait. And recessive trait, if the color of the fur of the rabbit is brown and in next generation it is white, that means the brown color of the rabbit or the organism was recessive and it has not expressed in second generation or next generation. Next is phenotypic and genotypic trait. Phenotypic characters are those which are shown presently. If you are talking about pink flower and the white flower, if white, you can see white flower only one and you can see pink flower 4, that means the pink flower is dominant and one white flower is recessive. उसमें भी कुछ जो वाइट फ्लावर होंगे उसमें कुछ ट्रू फ्लावर होंगे, दैट मीन्स दे विल बी हैविंग कैपिटल W और कुछ में स्मॉल w होगा, इसका मतलब, और कुछ में होगा कैपिटल W, स्मॉल w, कैपिटल W, स्मॉल w। ये हमें क्या दिखाएगा? ये दिखाएगा if the genetic makeup is true means only one pair of characters are lying with that organism or there are changes in that organism or there is genetic change in that organism. अगर जेनेटिक चेंज हो रहा है तो जीनोटिपिक कैरेक्टर्स अलग अलग दिखेंगे, हमको अलग अलग रेशियो मिलेगा, बल्कि इनका फिजिकल कैरेक्टर सेम होगा. From outside they will be white in color but genetic makeup will be different. This is known as genotypic and phenotypic trait. Now true and hybrid. True मतलब अगर किसी स्पीसीज की कोई जेनेटिक मेकअप है कैपिटल टी तो ये ट्रू हो गया, और एक किसी की कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी है तो ये हाइब्रिड हो गया और ये ट्रू हो गया. हाइब्रिड मतलब जिसमें कैरेक्टर्स both the characters are present, only one character shows, that means it is hybrid. The dominant will be expressing and the recessive one will not be expressing. Next is evolution. Evolution में कुछ टर्म है जैसे कि natural selection, artificial selection, inherited and acquired trait. This in relation to evolution, again this inherited and acquired trait is present. If evolution is taking place, there are some acquired traits which are developed in the organism and these acquired traits become inherited trait. Let us talk about one example. If that organism was living in 25 degrees Celsius and now the average temperature of that land or that habitat has become 35 degrees Celsius, in the next generation the suitability of those organisms will be more who can live in 35 degrees Celsius. That becomes inherited trait. The acquired characters in that present living organism has now become an inherited trait and this trait will be continued from generation to generation. This has now become as a part of evolution and part of inherited trait. Next is origin of life on earth. इसमें एक एक्सपेरिमेंट था मिलर एंड उरे का, जिन्होंने उसमें हाइड्रोजन, मीथेन, अमोनिया और उसके बाद अमोनिया और वाटर, इसका मिक्सचर लिया उन्होंने और आइसोलेशन चैम्बर में उसको इलेक्ट्रिक स्पार्क से जोड़ा और ये दिखाने की कोशिश की जो कंडीशन थे अर्थ के, उसके बाद जो बायोमोलिक्यूल मिला इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रोटीन. इस एक्सपेरिमेंट से ये प्रूव हुआ कि हाउ द लाइफ ओरिजिनेटेड ऑन अर्थ एंड हाउ एक्वेटिक ऑर्गेनिज्म बिगेन इट्स लाइफ by forming small molecule in the form of protein with Miller and Urey. उन्होंने ये प्रूव किया कि इस तरह से कुछ इस तरह से the life on earth has originated. Next is speciation, formation of new species. This is very clear. If one species is existing and if inherited trait and acquired trait works on it, there will be change in the species and there will be formation of new species. Now next is evolution and classification. Now first let us talk about classification. अगर किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म को हम क्लासीफाई कर रहे हैं किस बेसिस पे करते हैं? कैरेक्टर्स के बेसिस पे. सम वेरी गुड रिलेटेड ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर सेपरेटेड इन क्लासिफिकेशन. कुछ बहुत ही रिलेटेड ऑर्गेनिज्म सेपरेट हो जाते हैं क्लासिफिकेशन में बिकॉज ऑफ एवोल्यूशनरी रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन दीज ऑर्गेनिज्म. जैसे बैट बैट्स कैन नॉट बी केप्ट इन द ग्रुप ऑफ बर्ड्स, वो दोनों फ्लाई कर सकते हैं, बट बैट इज अ मैमल एंड द बर्ड्स आर एव्स, दे कम्स अंडर ग्रुप एव्स. तो अगर क्लासिफिकेशन को एवोल्यूशन से वी कैन नॉट सेपरेट, these two terms are related, interrelated. That means if you are studying the classification, you should know about evolutionary relationship between these organisms, and it also shows the link between two groups and also the living and the extinct species which is shown by the evolution. जैसे मान लीजिए आर्कियोप्टेरिक्स एक फॉसिल मिला, वो कनेक्टिंग लिंक था बर्ड्स में और मैमल्स में, मतलब वो उसके पास विंग्स थी मगर इट कुड नॉट फ्लाई, and it shows this classification showed that there was connecting link between the mammals and the birds. Now next is evidences of evolution. Homologous analogous organ. Homologous organs are those organs which are structurally similar but functions में अलग हो सकते हैं, और analogous organ वो होते हैं, the analogous organs are those organs which are structurally different but functionally they are same. Homologous organ में hands of man, four limbs of horse, four limbs of the birds and four of bats. These are examples of homologous. Analogous में wings of bat, wings of bird, wings of butterfly. These are examples of analogous organ. Now the second one is evidence of evolution is vestigial organ. There are organs which are vestigial, of no use, and they are present through the evolutionary process, but they have not completely been eliminated throughout the evolutionary process, but they are still present and they are known as vestigial organ, which shows that evolution is the key ingredient running in all living organisms, and it will continue generation after generation, the evolution which is slow and gradual change occurring in living organisms. Next is fossil. Fossil records found in the strata of the soil, which shows that some strata are covering the bones and the remains of the dinosaur. तो हमें पता चल जाएगा दिस स्ट्राटा इज ऑफ जुरासिक एज, इसमें इस तरह के प्लांट्स मिलते थे. द कोनिफेरस प्लांट्स वर फाउंड इन दैट एज, and that age was dominant with the dinosaurs, and they extincted in some very short time. Within 100-200 years they have extinct because of the scarcity of the habitat and loss of the food of the dinosaurs. ये हमें कहाँ से हिस्ट्री पता चलती है? Because of the fossils which are obtained from the strata, different strata of the soil. एक लेवल होती है सॉइल्स की, इससे पता चलता है दिस इज 200 मिलियन, दिस इज 300, दिस इज 400 मिलियन ईयर अगो. And if we dig that soil, we can have the remains of the plants and animal. Through that plant and animal we can record through carbon dating. Radiocarbon dating is a mechanism of recording the time scale of the that material which is found in the buried in the soil. Next is evolution and progress. Always progress and evolution are interrelated, but it is not always positive. अगर एवोल्यूशन हो रहा है उस दौरान हो सकता है कई ऑर्गेनिजम्स की लॉस हो और कोई ऑर्गेनिजम्स की इंक्रीमेंट हो, देयर विल बी इंक्रीज इन द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनिज्म. मगर ये नहीं कहा जा सकता एवोल्यूशन एंड प्रोग्रेस गो हैंड इन हैंड एंड ऑलवेज देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ न्यू स्पीसीज. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. कभी ऐसा भी होगा कि देयर विल बी हैबिटेट लॉस, देयर विल बी लॉस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म विच आर प्रेजेंट इन दैट सिचुएशन, उनका लॉस भी होगा. तो एवोल्यूशन एंड प्रोग्रेस आर इंटर रिलेटेड, बट वाइस वर्सा भी हो सकता है. प्रोग्रेस होता रहे, एवोल्यूशन के दौरान लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स की डिक्रीज हो और दे प्लांट्स एंड इवन एनिमल्स दोनों डिक्रीज हों. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि हर बार दे विल इंक्रीज. नेक्स्ट इज ह्यूमन एवोल्यूशन. ह्यूमन एवोल्यूशन में ये बात किया जाता है 200 मिलियंस अगो अफ्रीका में होमोसेपियंस का एवोल्यूशन हुआ एंड दे स्प्रेड थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड. पूरे वर्ल्ड में वो स्प्रेड हो गए and they have evolved from the Homo neanderthalans, and other names are given to the human pre-humans which were existing before Homo sapiens sapiens. उससे पहले जो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स यानी एवोल्यूशन के दौरान पहले अफ्रीकन फॉरेस्ट में जो रहते थे वहाँ से कहा जाता है ह्यूमंस का एवोल्यूशन हुआ एंड दे स्प्रेड थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड 200 मिलियंस अगो. और अब जा करके दे आर द वाइडेस्ट पॉपुलेशन लिविंग ऑन द अर्थ, फ्लरिशिंग द मटेरियल्स एंड मिनरल्स ऑन द अर्थ, एंड दे आर द the powerful organisms living on that. Now with this I come to the end of this session, and in this whole video, this is the outline of the heredity and evolution, and you will get to know much things if you go through the books, and this is the outline which is the basic, which require little more knowledge in addition. With this I am ending this session. Thank you and have a nice day.